last class, we discussed about different framework of creating chatbots, and we decided to go ahead with the Rasa, which is an open source. So today we'll learn how to install the Rasa to a system and get that ready to start our chatbot coding. So the very first thing that I suggest you to go through with their official website, rasa.com. Here you will see each and everything. You will be having the docs related to, using Rasa, all the case studies available, and they do have their recorded sessions as well on YouTube. You can check those vlogs as well. So everything is there that you supposed to know, that what are the different products available, and how Rasa works and all. Although we will cover that in our sessions, but I suggest you to go through with this. So this is the official website. Then you need to set up the environment. So for setting up the environment, they have already given the link, but I'll let you know step by step how to do it. So you must have a query in your mind that what all other packages is required to install the Rasa. So you don't need anything. One thing that you needed is Anaconda, which is completely free to install on your system. So how to install Anaconda? You simply go to anaconda.org. Simply go to this URL and click on download Anaconda. Once you click on this, it will end up to this page where you can, we will be using Windows version, and you just click on this. It will install the Anaconda, and you simply follow the by default instructions to get it installed to your system. So once that is done, once installation is done, you simply search on your system that there will be Anaconda Navigator. And once you open it, it looks something like this. And if you go here, this is the home page, environment and all. So that's the first thing, that Anaconda should be installed. What are the other steps? So I have already documented that into a notepad. So the first thing that you need to do is to create a virtual environment. That Rasa suggests to create your chatbot within a virtual environment and do everything installed to that environment only. What is virtual environment? Basically, in a layman term, if you want to understand it, it's a specific requirement for a specific project. So maybe let's say you have installed a different version of Python, you're using it for a different projects, and let's say you globally install a new version which is compatible with Rasa. So there will be a version conflict. So just to avoid those, we will create a virtual environment, and everything related to Rasa we will be having to that environment. So I'll show you how to do it, don't worry. So the first thing is this command, conda create. That's the command, -n. Conda create -n means we want to create a new environment in Rasa, and the name of the environment is rasa_bot. You can use any name. I have used rasa_bot. That's up to you. What name you want to do. It's completely as per your choice. And then I have here only I have mentioned that I needed Python 3.9 version for that. So once I will run this entire command, conda create -n rasa_bot Python equals to 3.9. It means just copy this, and where we need to run it, simply type Anaconda in your system. You don't need to go to Anaconda Navigator. Just select Anaconda prompt. That's a command similar to command prompts, Anaconda command prompt, you could say. So basically, before running this command here, what we can do, we can basically select a folder where we want to have it. So let's say on documents, I have created a one folder. Let's say new folder, and I'm giving it a name as Rasa class, right? So in this folder, I want to have everything to be installed. So just go to your Anaconda command prompt, and you can do cd. Cd is basically to change this directly. Cd rasa_class. So we are, where it is? Sorry, we need to go to documents. So cd documents, and then rasa_class. That's a path. So now where we are, your base location, then into documents, and in documents I have created this folder rasa_class. So just to put everything in this folder, I will be creating the environment here, I will be creating my project setup here, install rasa here, I'll do each and everything thing to this folder only. So I just set my path here, and then I'll run this command conda create -n rasa_board python equals to 3.9. So once I run it, it will create a virtual environment. So it will take some time. It takes like, do you want to? Okay, yes. If you don't give the path, it by default create a, the whatever the you selected the path, it will create that environment in that path only. So because I wanted to have this into this folder, so that's why it has given. So just need to type yes to proceed further. And it will take a bit time. So this command will create the virtual environment to this folder. Once this is done, I have to activate my virtual environment. So once that is created, you see it already says that to activate this environment, use this, because my environment name is rasa_boot. So the command will be conda activate rasa_boot. So I am just typing it here, conda activate. Just minimize this. Conda activate and rasa_boot. If your virtual environment name is different, so your command will be conda activate and the name of your virtual environment that you have given. So once I run it, you just notice here, we are at base here. The base is written here. Once you run this command, it will become rasa_boot. That means now you are into your virtual environment. So now you reach to your virtual environment. The next thing that you need to do is to install it. So just go to the notepad again. Conda activate we already done. Now we need to install rasa. So we will do pip install rasa. So I again copy this command and paste it here in the Anaconda command prompt. That one thing that you need to remember, before, once you create a new environment, first activate it, then install rasa. So it will go to that environment only. So it will take again some time to get it installed. You don't need to install any other packages. What are the other required packages there in rasa? Rasa by default do it with this command only. So let it run. You see that TensorFlow, Keras, everything will get installed here, whatever we needed for rasa. So let it complete. So this way our rasa will get installed. Maybe it will. Now we'll see that there are certain errors, maybe certain warnings. So just look at this later. We first try to see that whether rasa is installed or not. To get it verified, we will run a command rasa-env. It will do our first initial default setup of rasa. So once this run, if this runs, so we'll see that our rasa has been successfully installed and it was able to create an initial setup of rasa. So just to verify it, we will go to this folder, and at this location, this is going to be done. So I just entered it already. Okay. So just go to this folder. What it does, I'll explain. You see that here in rasa class, it by default folders are created. So the first folder is actions, data, test, config, credential, domain, and endpoints. All the prerequisite, the initial setup of rasa has been created here. So you just go to Anaconda command prompt here. You see what it says. Welcome to rasa. After rasa init command, once that is done, it says welcome to rasa, means we have installed we have done with the initial setup. And it says that please enter a path where the project will be created. I have not given any path, so it use the current directory, the default directory. Otherwise, what we can do in that rasa underscore class folder, we may create a new folder in which we can have a different setup. So it's up to us. So I have given the same directory only. Finished, and it says that created a project directory at this path into documents and rasa underscore class only, and the finished creating project structure. So initial project structure has been created. What it says again is, do you want to train an initial model? So what it happens when we initially create a setup, so it gives us by default to certain options. So initial chatbot, you could say that. So now, just to check it whether it's working or not, it's required to train a model. So we say that yes, train the model. I have given yes, and it will create another model file here in this folder. You see that model file is folder is not here. Once that model training is done, it will again create a new folder, which is model, under which it will create a kind of a pickle file for that first model of rasa. So let's see. It's training an initial model, and maybe it takes a bit time to get it done. And we could say yes. So it say that the configuration for policies and pipelines was chosen automatically, and it was written into the config file. And by default options it takes. Further, we'll see that how to make changes and all step by step. So in this first class, we're doing the installation and create an initial chatbot. So let it finish. So once model training is finished, it says that your RASA model is trained and saved at model, and this is the name of the trained model file. So if you go to this location, now you see that models folder has been created, and this is the kind of .tar file, which is kind of a model, initial model of RASA, trained model basically. You don't need to do anything with this. You just go back to your base RASA class folder. And now you go here. It says that do you want to speak to the trained assistant on the command line? So if I say yes, you are about to talk to your first chatbot. I hope you all are excited. It says yes, and it will create an initial setup where you can talk to your chatbot. So it will give certain basic responses. Further, we can modify as per our requirement. Yes. So let it open, then it will give us a space to enter our questions. Yes. So it says, what it says basically, it says port loaded, type a message and press enter. And in case in between you want to stop or to exit, you simply use /stop. So let's say I write hi. That is your input. Now bot will give the response. What bot says? Hey, how are you? If I say I am good, it says great, carry on. If I say I'm sad, it will say here is something to cheer you up. And it gives you a link of image JPG file, which you simply copy and you can paste it to your browser, which looks like this. So just it tries to make you happy if you're sad with this image. Now you go back, and this is how, like, if you say bye, if you say thanks, let's see how it respond. Oh, it's not responding. It's you. If you say goodbye, it say bye. So that is just an initial conversation. So now you're done with your first setup of your chatbot. You all have installed Rasa, and you just launch your first chatbot, and you interacted with your chatbot with some basic hi hello queries, and it was responding. I hope you enjoyed it. So in a next, what we'll discuss what is there in all the files and what is the meaning of it. So till then, get your system ready and install your Rasa, create initial setup, and we'll do some interesting stuff in our next class. Don't forget to share with me that how you liked it. I mean, how you created your first chatbot.